Have I ever showed you my Monster Energy collection?
You have a collection of...
Like when I was traveling around Europe, because they
Right.
have so many different Monster Energy flavors, right? I took a photo of every single one.
Right.
And then my plan is to every time I travel, I just try the different Monster Energy flavors. And then I'll take all the pictures I have of the Monster Energy cans and collage it into one big image of Monster Energy. Then when I move into my house,
Right.
it'll just be the centerpiece of my...
The fuck?
The centerpiece.
I can't wait to see that. I hope you invite me to your house.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Yeah.
You'll be the first one. And then we'll all do
I would like to
Monster
see what
Energies
your
together.
wife would think about that monster collage or centerpiece. I got a question, Drew. I think maybe you should ask me this. Maybe you
I should ask you this.
Maybe you should ask me this. You know, why another podcast, man?
Why another podcast?
Yeah, why another Mothership Podcast?
I think there's not enough men fronting podcasts in Singapore. That's the problem.
Really?
In the world.
You know what I heard?
There's not enough angry divorced dads.
Oh,
doing
that's what I
podcasts.
heard. Though, like you know, with those middle-aged guy, angry, middle-aged boring guy to be all wants to start a podcast.
Yeah.
So I guess
That's why you decided to do it.
Yeah, man. I
That's
think
why-
I'm angry and I want to say something, but actually I don't know what to say. Actually.
Divorce coming soon as well.
Let's cut it out from the video. Is it a thing? Divorce?
That's like a thing that I've been seeing online a lot, like divorced dad energy. Do you
Really?
know what divorced dad
I don't know
energy
what's
is?
that.
It's like a middle-aged man who's like constantly angry at the world. Like nothing,
Oh wow.
you know, like anything they see that's like remotely has a pinch of like youth in it, they're like, oh,
angry.
this sucks.
This bullshit.
This is bullshit.
During my
Yeah.
time, it should be like
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Divorced dad energy.
Wow.
It's like someone who can't be pleased because they're just angry and bitter at the world.
Yeah. Funny thing, I was a bit pissed with my kids yesterday. Because my daughter started to speak in a kind of accent.
Oh, really?
I'm
What
like-
kind of accent?
Some American room after all the YouTube and Netflix. I'm like, can you stop talking like this?
Yeah.
It's irritating me. Yeah, but then I feel that I guess I failed to see her transform, I suppose, to learn that kind of accent.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 10.
Okay.
Primary 5 this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find it quite irritating.
Is that how she talks with her friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you speak to me, she doesn't talk like that.
Back to Singapore.
It's quite normal. It's quite a normal accent. I
So
mean,
where are you hearing her talk in this accent?
I mean, I bought her this smartwatch thing.
Okay.
Because she's starting to travel to school herself.
Yeah.
So I just want to track her, locate her. But she can do voice calls,
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Queen, slay. I'm like, wow, what is this? I don't understand. So I got quite irritated.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you don't talk like that?
Yeah. How long have I known you for now? Like 6 years? Around 6 years.
6 years?
I don't think I've ever heard you say anything positive about your kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You should say something positive since this is the first episode of this podcast. Just start it off like on a positive note.
Yeah. I need to bring this out of me so that I will not be the divorced,
angry dad energy. Yeah.
I mean, they are. I think as with all daughters, they are. I always feel that daughters are better than sons. Okay, shit, I have a son. Sounds wrong. No, but daughters, I think they always remember home. I think I see a semblance of that with my daughter.
Yeah.
My son doesn't. Yeah, my son is actually quite cute. He gives off the. She call it an anxious vibe.
Your son.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know
He's
whether
very
you call
shy.
it-
He's like cheeky but shy.
Yeah, cheeky but shy,
Yeah.
but she's also a bit antsy and anxious about things.
Okay.
So he's quite needy somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite cute lah. So every night she will just squeeze in between me and my wife and
Oh, really?
sleep on the bed.
Still, how old is he?
7. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how long this will last. But I think I should enjoy it lah, or it lasts.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
When they're 18 or 17,
Oh,
they'll
dude.
squeeze past
Yeah.
my bed.
Wait a few more years. He won't want to be like anywhere near you.
Yeah. So I always
He'll think you guys are
constantly-
lame.
Yeah. I need to constantly think of how to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I hope that's positive enough for you.
Yeah, that is positive. That's good. That's good. I feel
That's a
warm.
good start.
That warms my soul.
Yeah. So what's up this week, man?
Okay, we are recording this on 11th Feb,
Yeah. Right.
about a week before.
Oh wait, what about a week before? I mean, Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Oh yes, that's first.
That first.
Yeah, okay, that's at the end of this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Any plans for you?
You know, this thing I think about Valentine's Day is you should never go out to a restaurant on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Because you'll just be ripped off.
Absolutely.
That's why you should always convince like your significant other to let you cook for them.
Oh.
Because then you just buy the groceries. It feels like romantic. It feels more personal.
It feels
It's like,
romantic.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to. You don't even have to be a good cook. I think you just gotta just make the effort.
Really? You
Depends
think
on
she'll be
your partner,
okay
I
with
guess.
bland food?
I think my partner is understanding in that way. I'm trying to speak it into existence.
So it's an effort thing, right?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
At
I
least
put in the effort. I
Yeah.
bought all these ingredients. You know,
Yeah.
sweating away in the kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, once I grow older, I also feel like it's I don't think it's necessary though. You know,
Okay. You're not doing anything for Valentine's Day.
I mean, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
I probably should, but I don't know. I mean, to your point about eating out, I think it's really a ripoff.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, the same piece of chicken, but why
Just
am I
more
paying
expensive.
double? or
On a
something?
Valentine's Day set menu.
Yeah. Like, what's the point of that? So I'm not sure actually. Do people like? I mean, do people your age do that anymore?
What, like go out and eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Suckers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't do that.
You got. I mean, Angela, you gonna do anything for Valentine's Day?
No.
Actually forgot about it.
Wow.
see?
Okay.
See?
Megan, no plans.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess not.
It's
But you always see the advertisements like Valentine's Day set menus. You know,
I mean, yeah. Can we eat on?
and then they'll have like a
Fat
dessert
15.
in the shape of a heart.
Yeah. Like how much is one rose now?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know,
It'll
10
be
bucks.
way more
12
expensive
bucks,
than if you
15
bought it
bucks.
like last week or something or the week after.
Yeah.
You know, the problem for me is that my girlfriend's birthday is near Valentine's Day.
Oh, good for you then.
So we have to I cannot do a 2-in-1 deal. So we have to have two separate events. So let me tell you the kind of calculation that goes through a reasonable man's head, right?
2 separate events.
Valentine's Day, I think, fairly should be split. You split the cost of Valentine's Day,
Okay.
right? Because it's not just about the guy doing something for the woman; it's about the woman doing something for the guy as well, right? It's about
Yeah.
celebrating your relationship,
Yeah.
right? But girlfriend's birthday, obviously, that's on me. I have to pay for it. So if you're gonna do something expensive, maybe you do it for Valentine's Day, because then you can split the cost with your girlfriend. Then you do the cheaper thing for girlfriend's birthday, just Caesarea.
What?
No. That's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't get away with it.
I mean,
So-
nothing on Caesarea. I love Caesarea. My
I love
kids
Caesarea as well.
But I'm not sure about doing that on a birthday.
It's all about being financially responsible,
Oh,
which brings us to I think one of the things that we want to talk about. We're a week out from. Wait, did you have anything else you want to say about Valentine's Day?
yeah. I don't know. Sure. I mean, let's go on to heavier topics then.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah,
Bring
okay.
me to the heavier topics.
We're about a week out from the budget statement,
Yeah.
Singapore's budget statement.
Yeah.
It's a big event. I mean, we work in news media. It's a big event for us because we work in
Yeah.
news media. But I feel like most Singaporeans, or many Singaporeans at least my age, don't really care about it that
Oh
much.
well, I think not to say don't really care. I suppose it's what's in it for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what am I getting this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's election year. That makes it a election budget.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's also the end of the term, the government term, right? So that's why that's why people call it the election budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, budget. I think it's an important thing for Singaporeans actually.
Definitely important.
Yeah, you got to know. Ooh, am I getting more CDC vouchers?
Yes.
Yeah, am I getting more rebates? Are businesses gonna get more help?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Skills Future credit top up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time round, what, $4,000?
Yeah.
That was like, wow, $4,000. Yeah. but-
Have you used your Skills Future?
Yeah, I tried to do some wood making furniture thingy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I find it fun though, but I cut
What
myself.
did you make?
I cut myself. There's a scar here. They were like,
Oh man.
my God.
What, with a saw or something?
It's a chisel. I chisel
You
myself.
chiseled yourself.
I guess I'm not chiseled enough.
How did you?
It's like-
What do you like? You the chisel
I think I was dreaming or
dislodged and,
something.
like-
Bum. Ooh.
Oh man.
This feels wrong. Then, I feel a bit faint.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
What were you
I'm
making?
I'm just trying to make a table.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it quite fun,
Yeah.
therapeutic, because I need to pay attention. But of course, I wasn't paying attention
Yeah,
when the cheeser went through. So, but that was how I spent. It's not part of the $4,000 thing.
Okay.
It's the initial
Yeah.
tranche of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't spent anything.
You still have that table?
I didn't complete the table.
After you started bleeding, then you're like, sorry,
I'm like,
this is too hard.
I have to. It is too hard. Yes.
I didn't expect to bleed for this.
I did. Yeah. I thought it's just a leisurely walk in the park thing.
Yeah.
I should have made a cheese ball or something. Maybe it's easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, table seems pretty ambitious. How
not a
big was the table going to be?
Freaking table. I thought, hey, this is a nice table. Oh, my kid's going to primary school. Ooh.
Maybe they
make
can
of-
sit at this
make of
table.
some Singaporean angsana wood.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, wow, nice. And I'm like, yeah. I started bleeding, but okay.
I feel like inside like every guy there's like or many guys there's like a desire to like do woodworking at some point.
Feels manly, yeah.
Yeah. I've often fantasized about doing woodwork.
How about being an electrician?
Nah, too scary.
Too scary?
Have you ever been electrocuted?
No.
I've been electrocuted twice in my life.
Fuck. What
Yeah.
happened?
Like I saw like I don't know this like one of those multi-plug things that
Right.
was like kind of broken,
Right.
and like I approached it and pulled the plug out, and then I literally saw electricity come out of the plug into my finger twice. Same multi-plug.
Did you like, I don't know, fly backwards?
Yeah, no, it's not that dramatic, but you like it's like a jolt for sure.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So no electricity.
Sounds
no
dangerous, you know.
electricity for me.
Yeah, but it's always I don't know whether it's a guy's thing to, you need to fix a light bulb.
Yeah.
Change a light bulb.
Yeah.
So you
Do
need to
like
be
hands-on
handyman
kind of-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be a handyman, but sometimes I don't have the tools.
Yeah.
Then I look at the tools. Wow, it's quite expensive, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, then
Dude,
I'm
even
thinking,
toolboxes.
why don't I outsource it? Like, how many times am I going to use this thing?
Yeah, does it justify the cost of like all these tools that you're about to buy?
But then I want to feel manly. Then I look at, I have all the hammers in my room. Yeah, and I'm like, how many times?
How many times are you going to use it?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd rather outsource it.
Yeah,
But
makes sense.
yeah, but I think you're right. I think under every guy, not just a middle-aged balding
Divorced
guy.
dad. Yeah,
have this desire to be hands-on.
yeah, exactly.
Is it a societal thing, you think? Like,
Maybe because we're so divorced from like all we do at work nowadays is just sit there with and type away at like laptops, look at like spreadsheets or something like that,
yeah.
and then like I don't know. I often fantasize about doing something that doesn't require your brain, so to speak. Like it's just like a manual labor kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
Yeah.
plucking fruit or something
plucking fruit.
and throwing it into a basket. But maybe not in a hot climate. Maybe in a nice temperate climate where it's like kind of cool, sun's shining but it doesn't feel too hot.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get that here. Though.
No, not in Singapore.
Yeah, when your sun's
No.
shining, you
Yeah.
need to shower in the next 5 minutes.
Only kind of fruit you can pluck here is like durian or something like that.
Do you really? You
I don't know. There must be durian trees.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Tekong, we Tekong people always used to talk about durian trees in the forest in Tekong.
Yeah, when we were doing the field exercise in the northern part of Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's quite a sizable population of durian trees.
Yeah.
And you will see people coming in to pick durians.
Yeah.
And I picked ones. It
Did it
tasted like
taste
shit. So I'm like, okay,
Not-
there's no point.
Not
to
Mao
this.
Shan.
Yeah, like, bleh. I don't think maybe the soil is not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sorry. Back to that important piece of news.
The budget,
next week.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in case people are unaware, the budget is happening on Feb 18, 3:30 p.m. is when it will start streaming.
Yeah.
Or stop being broadcast. It will be delivered by the finance minister, which coincidentally happens to be our prime minister, Lawrence Wong.
That will be his first budget speech as prime minister.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
And what the budget basically is, it is how the government intends to raise revenue and how it intends to spend money
Yeah.
for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spoke a bit about the election budget. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's worth spelling out the significance of that. I think constitutionally, each government is meant to balance their spreadsheet or balance the budget over each term
Yeah.
of government. So that's
Yeah.
from when it was elected to the end of term.
So are we kind of trying to say that there should be a surplus?
That's normally how they try and line it up, right? So that like each year of that term,
Right.
they will raise more money than they're spending, or
Yeah.
at least don't spend everything first. And then
Yeah.
when it comes to this last term, and we know that this is the last term, the last budget year, because the election has to be called this year,
Right.
they will have a bunch of money to spend.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's where all the chicken wing memes come out, right? I don't know what they call it, giving you the chicken.
What chicken wing means?
No, it's like it's not really a meme, like it's what people say. They say give you chicken wing, but take the whole chicken from you, that kind of
Okay,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
so that is that kind of, I guess, talk that I guess locals like to say.
Yeah,
during
yeah.
such times. Yeah, but yeah, election budget. So I don't know about you. Do you think it's overrated? People keep talking about election budget.
Huh. Like overrated in what sense?
Like hyping it up for, oh, it's gonna be big, man, because
Yeah.
it's the election budget, and election budget they will give you goodies and all.
The thing is, they have spent quite a lot in the previous budgets,
Yeah.
right? So whether or not there is that big of a surplus remains to be seen. I don't know, right? I don't know. Are these figures out there? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
We
You
can't
don't
be sure.
actually know.
Yeah.
So we went through like COVID and the recovery.
Yeah.
Last year, cost of living was a big thing. So they
Yeah.
had a lot of packages to support that.
Yeah.
But we have
And,
raised GST.
GST vouchers.
Yes,
because of
GST vouchers. Yeah,
because
exactly.
of the high GST rate.
So how much money can they do they have left over to throw out there in different vouchers, different programs? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think people are expecting it to be a fairly generous budget.
Yeah, I think that would be the expectation.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Do you think Singaporeans are spoiled? In a way? I have my CDC vouchers.
Yes.
So anything less than that amount is a lousy one. And you give me double of it, like that only?
Like they just keep wanting more.
I don't know.
You think that's a bit of
do you
that
think
going
do you
on?
think Singaporeans are spoiled then? Like,
Well,
never enough.
it's hard to please. Hard to please everyone.
Maybe there's a better
Right.
way to describe it.
Yeah, but do I think they're spoiled? I mean, it's been a pretty tough couple of years,
Yeah.
right? Like cost of living has increased, inflation has increased.
No doubt.
We always see news about
Yeah.
houses getting more expensive, or like coffee shops charging like a lot of money for things that used to be way cheaper in the past.
Yeah.
So I do think many people could use a leg up and are hoping to get some help in this budget. Whether or not they're spoiled, it's been a tough few years. So hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Do you think they're spoiled?
I think the way you put it is better though. Maybe being a bit hard to please. I think there is a certain expectation
Yeah.
of the government to help. I think it's a result of all these years. I think this government has been a bit more paternalistic. They
Yeah.
So we tend to, I think the government will settle it for me. So what?
Depend on the government a bit.
Yeah. I think that's my sense. Not to say that they are spoiled, but
Yeah.
I think there's always this expectation to do more. I mean, if you rightly pointed out, the cost of living is still a thing.
Yeah.
You talk about coffee shops. You look at the price of coffee, tea. I mean, you talk about increment. You add 10 cents more to it, it's 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a small thing.
It adds up.
Yeah, it adds up then, and yeah. So I feel, the expectation is there. Now is whether, I guess, the government can live up to that high expectations. Well, in a way, it's almost like a A student thing.
Okay.
This government not bad lah, like a A student, not bad. So you always have that expectation, right? Because they have been giving.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a good student, right? You're constantly getting A's and all, and then one day you C.
So maybe because this is Lawrence Wong's first budget as Prime Minister, what he should do is he should set expectations low. He should deliver a really shit, lame budget that upsets everyone. he probably will still form government in the next election, but then it's only up from there. What do you think?
Wow, I think that is a risky move, though.
No, you
No.
don't think he should do that?
No, I mean, it's election year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we want to piss off so many people. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know, man. I hope you're not part of his strategy team.
No,
or something.
definitely not. But I'm just throwing ideas out there for them to use if they want, if they're lacking in ideas. They're lacking in ideas.
I don't think they are lacking in ideas. Like they probably, what are they lacking in?
Okay, wait. I got a question for you though.
Right.
Okay, you're a dad, not divorced, married still. You have 2 kids.
Hmm.
What are you hoping for in the budget?
I'm hoping for more
What's like your number one like wish list kind of thing? That
tax breaks, maybe.
tax breaks.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, like I mean, because you have X number of kids, then you can have better tax breaks. You'll be more support for them in terms of, I mean, cash would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can eat more Saizeriya. You can a Saizeriya can go a longer way. Yeah, but
you can get the pizza and the pasta on Valentine's Day.
yeah. Maybe if
And
I
a glass of wine.
Yeah, feeling fancy, I get a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the microwave at the background. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm not sure, man. For parents, I think it's always about the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, you can have a EduSave bump. Good for maybe your overseas trip next time, that kind of stuff. Maybe more concessionary help
Yeah.
for transport. Yeah, I think those have been done actually.
Okay.
I guess if we go by what you said about running our ideas,
Yeah.
then I think they're okay lah. They are quite well stocked, unless they need to have some new fancy ass thing coming up, which
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's now the question is the quantum of it. Can I have more, maybe cheaper, more money for the kids?
Yeah.
So but as someone who wishes Singapore to survive
Okay.
and
I think I
thrive,
know where you're going.
we need to have more babies. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and TFR it sucks. It sucks. It doesn't sound wrong. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, what can we do to make people have more sex?
Subsidized.
I mean, sex leading up to babies. Lah.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
sex for pleasure. You need to have an outcome.
Yeah. So maybe a tax on condoms.
Almost like a vice tax.
Yeah,
About cigarettes. Yeah, prices are going up.
Yeah.
Alcohol too. Why not add condoms there?
Lower GST, but like slap like 10%.
10%.
10% tax on contraceptives.
Contraceptives.
Yeah.
So because condom saves lives too.
Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of your STDs and all. So
Oh yeah,
maybe
we wouldn't want to.
we wouldn't want to, make
Yeah,
it
true.
too costly for
Yeah.
safe sex.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, contraceptives. Yes, I think your Plan B and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I was looking into this because I was doing some research to talk about the budget, and
Yeah.
I didn't know I didn't really know about the baby bonus. I mean, I knew it existed, but I didn't know much about
Right.
it. And I was looking at the figures. So in the 2023 budget, they announced that you would get $11,000 for your first 2 kids,
Right.
and then from the 3rd kid onwards, it's $13,000.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids.
I think Angela will know better than me
Okay.
in terms of that. Is that the right figure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know already. Forget. Just spend already.
But
Forget.
Angela has 1 kid.
I have 1 kid, yeah.
So would the budget help you if they increase the baby bonus, would you think of
Yeah,
a second
for
kid?
sure. I mean, they don't give you 11K at one go. They split it up all the way until
Yeah.
she's 1.5 lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first distribution is 5K if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. So more baby bonus, that's great.
Yeah. But Xingqi, I mean
I don't think I have that kind of quantum my time. No.
yeah, okay.
No. But I mean, I recall using it for the delivery, hospitalization
Oh,
fee.
yeah,
It's
okay.
nice, it's like
Yeah.
so you don't pay a lot or anything. I can't remember. It's been very hazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right on the cusp, because if they're trying to promote people to have 3 kids and more, you could get that increased
Damn.
bonus for that 3rd kid.
I think I'm doing my part to replace me and my wife.
Yeah, so if you
2
want
for
to help,
2.
if you really want to help the TFR, then you gotta have the.
No,
third
I
one.
actually have a vasectomy booked. No.
Oh,
I should have that.
they should put a tax on vasectomies.
Oh yeah.
Make it really expensive.
Damn. Yeah.
You have one booked.
No, I should. I should to do my. We did a story, right? This dude who did a own vasectomy.
He did his own vasectomy.
Right. This from Taiwan. This guy. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my
Is it even
gosh.
possible?
How do you,
I
that sounds painful.
I think we can include that
sounds
clip
painful.
somewhere. You know.
Yeah, we need to find
to
out
see
about that.
It's nuts. But yeah, I'm just wonder how to. I don't know. I mean, thinking for the Prime Minister too. I think we need more babies.
Yeah,
You know, and we need to keep Singapore going.
yeah. I just found the article. Taiwanese plastic surgeon performs self vasectomy, sparks debate online.
Cool.
He recorded himself doing it. I think that's the craziest part.
Yeah.
While explaining its 11 steps.
Is it a
Very
DIY
interesting.
thing for?
I don't know, but why would he have to explain it? Like, is he encouraging people to do the vasectomies themselves?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Okay, Drew. How would you boost our TFR?
I think like a super generous baby bonus.
Like, what is super generous?
Okay, so if it's 11K right now,
You double
what
it.
if we double it?
Damn, double or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that could really, that would get me thinking
But
about
is
kids.
that I mean, money is is good and all. But do you think it's long term enough for you? But considering that they also raised the paternity leave
Yeah.
and maternity,
Yeah, all those kind of things.
all these things.
The whole package, right?
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I think the big one for people around my age is if you have a house or not. Like, if do you have the, like, I can't have a kid now and then like live at home with my mom. You know what I
Right,
mean? And then if we have to move out and rent,
Yeah.
that makes things really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the HDB has its own rental scheme for parents, I think, but it's not a guaranteed that you'll get it. So housing, I think, remains to be a big like hindrance.
Right.
Like I mean, my BTO is still like 5 years away.
I ain't gotta wait.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
I won't be able to have kids till I'm like your age, bro.
Never too late though. Never too late. I hope your
Not-
your partner
Not
is,
for me, but for my partner maybe.
Oh wow. Sorry. Who from CNA got the what's her name? I forgot her name. She's pregnant at
Oh,
What's her
yes,
name?
I read
Glenda
the story.
Chong.
Yes, yeah.
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 Never too late, man.
But those kind of things also, and I don't know the financial situation of Glenda Chong, but I imagine that it's much easier if you have a lot of finances.
Are you saying because of IVF treatments or?
Yes, so that's one, which
Right.
is expensive. But also, like, if there are medical complications, which there can be if you're
that's true.
older,
That's true.
if the woman is older, then
That's true.
like, having money helps with those kind of things.
Yeah, you gotta be like Angela, man. Giving birth at 18. I'm kidding. She's just 19 this year.
Dude, you and your kid will be able to look like siblings when you guys are older. That's the hope? Hot mom. That's what
Yeah.
you're going for.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok video recently where it's quite funny. It's like a Chinese video, so they were
Yeah.
like, it's meet the parents time, right? During for a meal or something.
Okay.
So the dad came in and said, "Okay, are you all ready? Ready to what?" The guy, the prospective son-in-law is a bit blurred. Then the mother came in.
Yeah.
Then the girlfriend and the husband and the father say, "Quick, do it, say it,
Okay.
just say it." Are you sure? Yeah, let's say it. Wow, you must be the sister. so the mom was so happy to hear it. I thought that's hilarious. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Oh yeah, Angela's age. Yeah, hot mom.
Having kids when you're young.
I think that's always important.
Okay.
I think stamina wise.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
Around 32,
Okay.
31, 32.
I could still make it.
Yeah, you can still make it. I think when you're older, your back hurts.
Yeah.
You got to bend
Back
over.
hurt. My back hurts already.
So like you're gonna change diaper and all. Like wow, I need to bend my back.
Got to
And-
bend over to pick up the kid as well.
Yeah, and you have to wash water bottles.
Okay.
I have never washed
Do you have a helper?
so much. I used to have one.
Okay.
Because my wife was taking her master's degree.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I think we need some help for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of having a helper at all.
Why?
Because I want to be able to not wear anything. I mean,
What do you mean?
I can be topless and all. Like,
Oh.
I feel self-conscious because there's a stranger.
Get a male helper.
Not sure about that. But, oh yeah, actually that's a good question. Why don't we have
Male helpers. Right?
Maybe as a
It's
part-time
this
guy.
misogynistic society that we're living in.
Oh man, that's tough.
Do they exist?
I
That
don't
would be
know.
such an interesting story.
Right?
We should get someone to go and
Then he can be
to
the
find
Mr.
out.
Fix It.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
He
hey,
has.
please change the light bulb.
Maybe he's not so good at cleaning, but really good at I don't know. Well,
Fixing
that sounds a bit misogynistic. chauvinistic. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh sorry, where were we? Man, we're talking about.
Why you don't like having a helper?
Yeah. So yeah, I had a helper for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But you felt self-conscious about walking around with your shirt off.
Shirt off. Yeah. And of course, I think you also want to not over rely on the
Yeah.
helper.
Yeah.
Some parents will be busy working. Or can you pick up the kids for me? Can you do this, do that? Can
Yeah.
you even sleep with them? So I don't think that's. I think that's something that parents shouldn't outsource.
Okay.
You need to spend time. But
Yeah.
there is this tendency. It's almost like how parents let their kids use devices, screens.
iPad or iPhone.
I tell you,
whatever.
man. It's tempting.
Do you
He's like a babysitter.
do you do it?
Yeah. He's like, oh, look,
You need to get them to sit down and be quiet.
just sit down
or
and be
something.
quiet.
Yeah.
It's tempting.
Yeah.
And it works. But in the long run, I think this is bad. I mean, recently we had these guidelines, right?
Yeah.
To limit screen time and all. I think it's... I'm not sure, man. I find it helpful. I really do. But
Yeah.
maybe not like a daily thing.
Okay.
If I really need to concentrate on my work, maybe there's something for you.
Stop disturbing
I
me.
mean,
Here's an iPad.
Parents do... I mean, I feel bad.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you look at like kids running around in like a food court or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And they won't shut up or they won't sit down and eat their food.
Yeah.
Then the parent pulls out the iPad and then just
Voila.
it's like magic.
Yeah.
Then they're
Magic.
sitting down, they're
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah. So
Their
so
mouth
all-
is open because they're like so the parent can easily like spoon feed the child.
So I mean, there are people saying that, oh, parents, you want to have kids, then don't do all these kind of things. I say, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You think it's so easy? It's not easy, man. I mean, please, you talk about an example,
Yeah.
running around a food court. Well, I think if we don't have that thing, they'll be knocking over your soup.
Yeah.
It's far dangerous.
Yeah.
And here we are being judged for giving screens to kids. I think it's tough, man. It's really tough.
So maybe we need like free parenting classes. Put that in the budget. I don't know.
Maybe
Like help parents.
I recall
equip them more.
going for such a prep course.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Did you have to pay for it?
Yeah, because I had to see the whole birthing process. So
Oh, this was obviously before your wife gave birth. To prepare you for what is to come.
yeah, I'm like,
Did you watch it when it happened?
yeah, I was
How did you feel?
wow.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, this is what's gonna happen, and wow, that's what. Wow, I think my wife was like, okay.
Do you think it's better that you watched it before you got into the?
I think is you need to know what's coming,
Okay.
right? I mean, when maybe your friends have kids, he's
Yeah.
always like, yeah, I can play, I can carry. At the end of the day, I return to you.
Yeah.
But when you have a kid, there's no one to return to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to look after it. You got to listen for the type of cries.
Okay.
Like, is it a hungry cry? Is it a I swipe myself kind of cry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in a way, it's fun. I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah. So please go out there and have more sex and reproduce.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
What's your number one like? How do you think they can? What kind of initiatives do you think they can introduce to increase the TFR in the budget?
I think the number one thing would be paternity, maternity leave.
Okay. So
Yeah.
increase it even more.
Even more. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because that would be, I think time is something that it's hard to put a dollar figure.
Yeah.
But it's something so precious, right? Especially for mothers.
Yeah.
They want to spend time with the kids.
So explain the paternity leave thing
Yeah.
for me, because I've never, obviously don't ever have to take it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Angela, I don't know, but like, who pays for your wages when you're on paternity leave? The government.
This, don't quote me on that, but I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the company, right?
No.
Because the government can't just come out and say like, okay, we're going to give paternity leave. Like
Or it
10
could be a
days.
shared thing, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I think the government is footing a big part of the bill.
I see.
Yeah.
We should fact check that.
We could fact check that.
Yes.
But so
There'll be a box that appears right now that says if it's true or not.
Because that's why I say don't quote me on that. But I do think so. Yeah, because it shows the government's commitment to have that, right? You got to show some
Yeah.
skin in the game.
Yeah,
Hey,
because otherwise they announce it and then
hey,
it's
you
like,
pay for it,
now
lah.
now the companies have to pay for it. That's
that's
very convenient for them.
yeah. The government company will be like, well, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just want my workers to keep working.
What is it now? Paternity leave?
Was it now, Angela?
Maternity leave.
Maternity, is it
16 weeks.
16 weeks?
Yeah.
But put it together, it is quite a number
Yes.
of weeks. With paternity, I think it hit around 40 weeks. The new ones are the upcoming ones.
Wow.
If I'm not wrong,
40 weeks.
maybe
Dude,
the
that's a
box
whole
will-
year.
The box will come.
The
out
box
soon.
will come out and say it.
Yeah.
Okay, according to MOM website, as a working mother, you will be entitled to either 16 weeks of government paid maternity leave or 12 weeks of
Shared.
maternity leave,
Oh.
depending on whether your child is a Singapore citizen and other criteria.
I know they'll be bumping up it soon.
Yes.
So-
that was announced at National Day rally, right?
Yeah, I think the total, I think it's around 40.
40.
I think so. Please correct me.
40 is really nuts. And that's like a whole year.
Yeah.
It's like if one of our colleagues got pregnant now, we wouldn't see them until next year.
It's a combination, so it's not just for one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, I think it's flexible enough to say maybe the mother needs more, then you can pass it on there.
Okay. The magic box will come up.
It will
and
come up.
It will tell us what's
Yeah,
up.
the maternity, I think people fail to see how vulnerable kids are.
Okay.
First year.
Okay.
I recall my daughter.
Like they can die. They can die at any stage.
Any stage.
Okay.
The first year of survival.
Yeah. Their heads are all soft and everything.
Yeah, and they get, if like my kid, you go to infant care,
Yeah.
you're exposed to all sorts of not disease lah,
Which infant care are you going to, like
virus
Yishun-
and
Yishun or
bacteria
something?
and all. Yeah,
Okay.
not disease, but virus and bacteria and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they tend to fall sick quite often.
Hand, foot, and
I
mouth
recall, hand, foot, mouth, right? So once my daughter got hand, foot, mouth,
disease.
and then a week later she got hand, foot, mouth again, a different
Again?
strain.
Okay.
So that's crazy.
Chicken pox.
There's
Have your kids had chicken pox?
My daughter has.
Okay, but your son hasn't.
Yeah, I haven't have.
You haven't had
I
it
haven't
either.
had chicken pox yet.
Doesn't that mean you can still get it?
Yeah, I think I might die from chicken pox. Yeah, I heard it's dangerous for adults though.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't.
it's like painful
I had it
or
as a kid.
life threatening or something like that. I don't know.
Serious?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe that's my downfall.
Yeah, you should watch out. I don't know. It sounds kind of funny to die of chicken pox.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have. I mean, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Those who have.
Yeah, so
It's not a laughing matter.
that's why you need that kind of number of leave
Like
days,
support and,
really.
like, yeah.
Because as much as you want it, ask the company or the boss to be more flexible. But it depends lah. It's hard to. You cannot take that for granted.
Yeah.
So I rather have more leave to say, hey, no, I need to take this first 6 months is important for me. If things happen, I can quickly tend to the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is always the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Money, yes, sure. I think it's nice. It's of course nice to have more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have okay, bringing it back to the budget? Do you have a most memorable budget?
Wow.
You've
What
seen a few?
Or like otaku question. I don't know whether I have
To convince Singaporeans that they should pay attention and tune into all our coverage next week.
Right.
How would you convince them?
I would convince them by saying that you should look out for all the goodies coming your way.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even know what kind of goodies they are, but I'm sure.
There definitely will be something.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be nuts to go into an election year.
Nah, that's all. That's it. I mean, it's a 2-hour speech.
Yeah.
Right. By the Prime Minister, and I urge people to pay attention to that because it affects their daily lives, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, down to how you get to the office, transport, down to your life, your HDB, your housing, your tax breaks, your SNCC thing. I think that's I wish people pay more attention to that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I cannot be sure. Maybe people will watch it like a hawk. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You know, like last year or throughout the last few months, every few months, like people just get like random like rebates from the government, SNCC, CDC kind of stuff, and then they get excited about it.
Yeah.
Those kind of things are normally announced at the budget.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know,
maybe there's more CDC vouchers.
Yeah, exactly.
I love CDC vouchers. I really do.
what do you use it for?
Sometimes I just do you know I didn't spend all.
Okay.
So I have like leftover.
Yeah.
I save. I pass it to my mom. And then they make blinds out of it.
Blind?
Yeah. They made new blinds out of CDC vouchers.
What do you mean?
The curtain
Oh,
blinds.
like they bought a
yeah,
curtain.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, wow.
I thought that you meant they literally like used the voucher.
Oh,
as a
no.
blind.
There's there must be a lot of CDC vouchers.
Yeah.
But
I was like, man, you didn't use any CDC
they,
vouchers.
they purchased blinds.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, wow. That's
Life
nice.
instantly better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh wow, okay. And I like to use it. I don't know why. Sometimes you see like, oh, can you see vouchers? I will just whip it out. Hey, please scan me, that kind of stuff. I mean, you can use for food.
Yes.
You can use it for
Hawker centers.
Hawker centers. You have your supermarket ones.
Yep, groceries.
Those are hot, man. I can spend it like everything in one go. And then you got all your return vouchers, that kind of stuff, which is always nice. So yeah, I love CDC vouchers. I wish they give more.
Hopefully, we'll see next.
How
week.
about a suggestion? We go by the number of people in the household.
So for you it'd be 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then be like
That would be okay.
$800. I don't know. Just talking out of my ass again.
That could help increase total fertility rate as
Yeah.
well. If you think
Why
about
not,
it.
right?
Get more people in your household, get more CDC vouchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think it's always per household.
Don't allow you to use CDC vouchers on condoms.
Yeah. So that
Like a blacklist.
you can't use it for say alcohol, right? Or cigarettes, you know.
Okay, yeah.
I think no.
Yes.
Yeah. So why not add to that? No, but you still need to practice
No,
safe
okay,
sex.
Contraceptives.
Contraceptives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, shall we move on?
Sure.
We talked a bit about the budget.
haven't we been talking about budget for the past 20 minutes?
People who listen back to this will be like, they didn't talk about the budget at all. They just mentioned it. They mentioned its existence
It's
and
a
then spoke about
peripheral thing.
vasectomies.
Yeah.
We probably spent more time speaking about vasectomies than we did about the budget.
Yeah. But what do you want to talk about the budget?
What?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about the budget?
No, I don't want to talk about the budget.
Oh, you don't want to talk
I want
about
to
it?
move on from
You
the
want to
budget.
move on from the budget?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have anything else you want to say about the budget.
I think budget is important.
Okay.
I think I said it. Watch out for Mothership's coverage.
Yeah. I think we'll have a few interesting. We'll try some new things this year, maybe.
And try new things.
Yeah. To get you guys interested in what's going on in Singapore.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to speak a bit about planes and the kind of stuff that has been going on in planes?
Yeah. What's been
Over the
going
last
on
week?
Planes, man.
Okay, the latest story. Actually, there was a story today. Did you see that?
No, I
A
wasn't.
couple got kicked off a flight in
For what?
China, I think, for causing a fuss, kicking up a fuss.
Abusing the service staff.
Don't know the exact reason, but yeah, I didn't click into the article. But maybe we can talk about the articles that we've covered already so far.
Right.
The last week, there was one about a man who was shouting at a woman over reclining a seat on a Cathay
Right.
flight.
Right.
So what happened there was he reclined the seat, and
Yeah.
then the lady asked him to not recline it,
Right.
and he got angry at her about that, and then they got into an argument.
Okay.
Another one about a flight that was a SIA flight to Shanghai that was delayed almost 2 hours because passengers were verbally and physically abusive
Oh damn.
to staff. So a lot of, I guess, pretty bad behavior on planes. But let me ask you about the seat thing.
Yeah.
Are you the kind that will recline your seat no matter what on a plane? Or only when you're going to go to sleep?
I think I don't know about the context of that story.
Yeah.
The guy shouting at the lady. But I think there is a reason why there's a button to recline.
Yeah.
And I would like to use it if the button is available for me to press.
So even if you're not sleeping, you'll recline?
No. I mean, it's not that I need to. It's like, oh, you can recline up. Immediately, I will just do it.
Yeah.
Screw you! I'm not gonna sit up straight. But I do feel that it's there, and if
Yeah.
I want to use it, I will use it.
Yeah.
I'm not to say I will abuse it lah. Like even during meal times, I'm just reclining and eating my meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there an etiquette problem? Right?
Have you ever been asked to not recline your seat?
No.
I've been asked multiple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How,
That makes me sound like a really bad person.
sounds like the guy who, okay, seatbelt up.
Okay, no, as in, so I typically, I feel like you should be able to recline your seat whenever in the flight, even if you're not sleeping.
Right.
But I personally only do it when I'm sleeping.
Right.
Because, and this sounds really, this might sound really stupid, but like my mindset is like, if it's upright and it feels uncomfortable,
Yeah.
then you like just endure the discomfort.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to sleep, you recline it and get like that, like maybe extra little bit of comfort, and then it will feel really good.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if you like recline the whole way,
You don't
then
see the difference.
you don't feel the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
But both times that I've been asked to not recline my seat,
Why?
I was flying either to or from a similar destination. I don't want to name
Okay.
names.
Okay.
Similar area.
Right.
So I don't know if that's maybe the etiquette in those countries are different than
Is it an Asian thing?
It is Asian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe the etiquette in those countries is a little bit different. But I think that you should be able to recline
Yeah.
your seat.
Why
But
not?
do you know that this is a big deal in America? Because I guess people are like
Yeah.
significantly bigger.
Yeah.
They even have things like that stop people from reclining. Have you heard of those things?
What are those things?
Like there's like clamps or like things that you can put on the seat to stop the person in front from.
You mean you
from
purchase it
reclining.
yourself?
Yeah, you purchase it yourself. You bring it on the plane.
And
you
do
put
that?
it there, and then they even come with like a card that like you can show to the person in front that explains what is going
Oh
on.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's called like the knee defender or something like that.
Knee defender.
Something along those lines.
Shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to say I don't want to condone this behavior
It's
because I
time to
think
buy those, man.
yeah. Do you have problems when people recline on you?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a massive person, obviously.
Yeah.
You're not particularly massive either. I think like average size. So maybe
Yeah.
we don't understand the discomfort of someone who is significantly bigger.
So both times when you asked to get your seat bed up,
Yeah.
the passengers behind a bit more plus size or
One time, yes.
Right.
The other time, I don't think so. And honestly, both times I just did like no English.
oh wow.
Yeah. So one time I just ignored, and then like it's both times I ignored. But then one of the times the air stewardess came along and asked me if I wouldn't mind like
Right.
I don't know what's the opposite of recline, like putting it more
Yeah.
upright.
Yeah.
And then when the air stewardess is asking, then
Right.
you kind of gotta.
You
do
mean
it.
why didn't you kind of react positively to their request in the first place? Is it because they're rude or something?
I just felt like
Entitled?
I felt entitled to my
Ah.
right to recline.
I do think you have the right to recline.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
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 And like when I reflect on it, maybe I was a bit of an asshole because they did ask like okay, at least one of them, if I recall correctly, did ask rather nicely.
Right. Right.
Like, would you mind? And I said, I mind. Let me watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Right.
Stop disturbing me.
Yeah. But maybe you say maybe you should also recline. So
Yeah. Everyone reclines, then
you
we
have that-
all have the
you have
same.
that space,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but in terms of I do understand that I don't like to get into such conflicts
Yeah,
with people,
yeah.
so I tend to get the last row.
Okay.
Yeah,
But the
right at
last
end.
row in some planes, you can't recline. You know what I mean? Have you ever
I
experienced
never,
that
never
before?
had that. So I
Okay.
all the planes maybe I take more longer distance, So
Yeah.
they all
You're not
all
flying
can,
budget as much as me.
all can kind of recline, and I'm also quite self-conscious in a way that because I travel with kids, right?
Yeah.
I don't want them to disturb people.
Mm.
They tend to kick people's seat,
Oh yes.
So I try to isolate them as much as I can. So
Yeah.
in terms of seating strategy, is like that. Maybe I sit in front of them.
Yeah.
me and my wife. So if they want to kick us, that's fine.
That was one of the other things that was in that article about the man who got angry about the reclining seat thing.
Right.
Was apparently there was like a child just like running amok in the cabin,
Right.
and I think maybe people were just I don't know, maybe that was his child, and like he was very stressed out
Right.
by a child going crazy on the plane, and then
Yeah.
this person asking him not to recline his seat was just the last straw.
Right.
Is it stressful traveling with kids?
It is.
Yeah.
But that's why I also prefer to fly the non-budget one because you have a screen. See,
Yeah,
screen
okay.
saves lives.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hey, look, you can watch 13 hours on Marvel
Yeah.
Cinematic Universe here.
Yeah.
Please feel free to watch it, and they'll be entertained, and they want to sleep, close their
Yeah.
eyes, they won't really cry. But I think for babies are different.
Mm.
They the air pressure, they feel discomfort, they cry.
Yeah.
I think that's very normal.
I don't know why, but there's something about being in a plane that makes babies crying like 10 times more annoying.
Right.
Like I hear
Maybe
like,
it's a confined space.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can't stand it when I'm up in the air.
Yeah, and parents, they try to book that seat near the front
Yeah.
where they can
You
put the
get
bassinet.
the bassinet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to, right?
Well,
Is
but
it-
the rules are a bit troublesome, right?
Okay.
Because if there's a turbulence, you no matter what, sleeping or what, you got to pull
Yeah.
the baby out, carry it. That's
Okay.
when maybe the baby
They
wakes
start crying.
up and starts crying.
those babies should be more understanding. Dude, the bassinet is like freaking business class. They can lie flat in that thing. They're the most comfortable people in the plane.
Yeah. Technically.
What do I have to cry about?
I don't know, man. Yeah, so but it is the air pressure and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit mindful of that also.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I don't like conflicts, so I try to go on my way.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe for the, maybe you're old enough that let's go on holiday.
Yeah.
So
There was once I was taking a flight, quite a long distance flight by myself. I got to the airport. You get to the gate. You know how sometimes with some of the planes say, "Oh, assign your seat, but you can pick another seat for free."
yeah.
So I thought I wanted to be smart. They had assigned me a seat. I wanted to pick one that was further back in the cabin. And at the time, like it was a free row, so I was hoping to have the free row to myself. I get to the airport, get to the gate. This was when I was much younger. And single, and there was like a rather attractive girl who was also by herself. So I was thinking, like, man, if God exists,
Yes.
if there is a God out there, please put me next to this girl on the flight,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know whatever. When we finally board the plane, I walk past. I'm not next to the girl on the flight. She's a few rows ahead. In fact, she is nearer to where I was sitting originally before I picked a different seat. So that's the first error. The second error, I sit down. It's the middle aisle. It's the middle aisle. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, aisle, bench, seats.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's the middle one, and next to me are 3 freaking kids. 3 kids.
They gotta babysit then.
Like young kids, like maybe around 5, like
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I don't know how old the oldest one was.
Yeah.
The kids are like freaking arguing and bickering the whole flight. So annoying, right? Whatever.
Right.
But like, kids can be kids.
Yeah.
The other problem was one of the kids. He had like a slightly deformed hand,
Okay.
and so he couldn't like eat properly because I
Right.
think he had like one finger on
Right.
on that hand.
Right.
And then there was just food flying everywhere, and he was sitting next to me, and so there was like literally like bits of the food like getting on my pants and stuff
Damn.
like that. Yeah. So
how do you?
now I never change seats unless I know for sure. I know for sure that like it's gonna be I'm gonna be in a better situation than I was last time.
Right.
Yeah, you just gotta to handle it. I felt sorry for the mom as well. She was sitting in the row behind us,
Right.
and she had kids as well. I don't know, I think she had like 4 or 5 kids in the row with her.
Damn.
And so like
Must be tough.
can't control the kids, man. What can you do?
It's tough, man.
What can you do?
It's tough. With so
I
many-
should have just stayed in my original seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life could be so different right now.
It's so different.
Yeah.
So different. Could be a new BTO with someone. Let's cut
I'm
it
pretty
out.
happy with the way my life is right now. just for the record, just-
I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
You're happy. That's important. Yeah, but the whole reclining business, I don't know, man. I would do it. I would
Okay.
recline.
What do you think if someone set up the clamps that we were talking about?
that's-
Would you be annoyed at that?
I'll be annoyed because I didn't know about these things.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, wow, what's this?
There's probably a way that they could have done it where they just feel like the seat, like if you don't tell someone, maybe the person will just assume the seat is broken or something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So maybe that's, if would you complain if your seat couldn't recline?
If it's broken, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Try and get an upgrade.
Yeah, like, hey, man, I see the business class is
Yeah.
not full.
Have you ever seen a fight on a plane? A commotion?
No.
Yeah, I have.
What happened?
Um,
Guy was drunk or something?
No. Oh, weird, crazy thing. So this was like just after like COVID, when borders were starting to open,
Yeah.
and when people were still really strict about like testing on planes and things like that. I get onto a SIA flight to Australia.
Right.
It's packed out, like really busy flight. I guess everyone wanted to travel, or
Yep.
borders are finally open or whatever. I'm sitting next to a guy. I'm sitting in the middle section again, on the aisle seat, and then there's a guy next to me, and then there's a guy next to him, right?
Yeah.
The guy sits down. He looks at me and the other guy. He says, "By the way, because I'm sitting in the middle aisle, I get both armrests." Which,
What?
yeah, so I thought it was kind of weird to begin with, right? That he would say something like that.
Wow, what a way
But I
to
was
break
just
the
thinking,
ice.
like, yeah, I know, right? And then not even hello, not even
Yeah.
introduction. No, do you mind? He's just literally matter of fact. By the way, because I'm sitting in the aisle, I get both armrests. And I just think like, okay, whatever. Like this guy's a bit funny. For a bit, I thought he might be joking,
Yeah.
but then the next thing that happened was he was like really agitated as the plane started to fill up, and then he looks at me and he says, like, don't you think this is crazy that this plane is so full? Like it's COVID. Aren't they taking like COVID seriously? And then I said to him like, I guess at least we know like everyone has tested negative.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. So then he calls the air stewardess to him, and he starts like
Shit.
scolding the air stewardess, saying like, you guys don't take COVID seriously. This is ridiculous. It's so full. There's no social distancing.
Yeah.
And then the air stewardess is like trying to calm him down, trying to
Right.
say like, sir, I don't know what we can do. Like, there's nothing that we can do about it. That this is the protocol. We follow all the protocols
Right,
that have been
right.
recommended. And he's
Right.
still like arguing, berating the air stewardess and saying
Yeah.
like, she's saying something like, I'm going to blog about this. I have a blog. I'm going to write about this.
Blog
And he
about
gets out
this.
his phone and then he starts like videoing the whole thing.
Right.
And I think he was making a play for like an upgrade to like business class or something like that. I think. And he actually had someone who was with him but was seated in the other
his
section on
companion.
the side. Yeah. And there was a guy sitting next to her. And so they said like the best we can do for you is we can maybe ask the guy if he doesn't mind moving
Right.
to swap seats with you so you can sit next to your travel companion. And he was
Yeah.
like, no, that's not enough. That's not enough. Like it's too full. Right? In the end, ground security came on and just said to him, so are you going to be a problem? Because if you're going to be a problem, we're going to take you off this flight. I can't close the door of the plane until I am sure that you're not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And then like after that, he
just shut the fuck up.
shut up. And then he took the seat next to that person so that I didn't have to share the I didn't have to give him the armrest.
Damn, you win.
Yeah.
You
So then when
win.
that guy sat down, I looked at him and said, armrest is mine. No, I didn't say that. I should have though. He was much nicer. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. What was he expecting? You know, like
don't know.
I mean, back during COVID, when you go to a cinema,
Yeah.
you know, there's
There's the one seat.
You feel
between,
shook.
right? Yeah,
No, but I
it
don't
does feel
think-
nicer.
I don't-
But how can you do that? How can you
yeah
expect on a plane?
On
I
a
don't
plane,
know.
I don't know. Then maybe your ticket will be double.
That's why I
price.
think so. I actually knew an air stewardess on that flight as well.
Right.
So when I landed, because she wasn't serving my section of the plane, she was up in business class,
Shit.
fancy.
Not a Canada
Um,
class.
When we landed at the airport, like I was just chatting to her at immigration in
Yeah.
Australian immigration, and she thought that maybe he was making a play for the business class side because that was much less populated, obviously. And like I don't know, I felt like it makes sense because if he's complaining about how packed it is,
It's weird, right?
Like,
You should
what-
say you're here too, man.
Yeah.
Why-
Yeah, I don't know.
why you-
Well, what can be done about it?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How about the what? That's a wow story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I never had that. I hope I don't get that experience. I don't really fancy
Once
flying.
in your life, no?
I don't fancy flying. I
not
thinking
at all.
of like flying to Europe or America. Wow.
I don't think I can do it on economy or budget anymore. Europe especially, that's like 16 hours.
Yeah,
I'm spoiled.
you probably need a. But they do. I mean, there was a trend last year or something. Raw
Okay.
dogging a flight.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
Where you just stare straight, you just look at the map
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
sleep.
and you don't listen to anything.
Nothing. I look at the map, see the plane moving.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Wow.
You think you could do it?
No.
Do you think you could raw dog a flight to KL?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Bangkok?
no.
No.
Bangkok is like almost 3 hours, two and a half to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you afraid of? Like, are you scared to be alone with your thoughts?
Maybe the silence is too deafening. That
Yeah.
then go crazy.
You're thinking about life too much.
Like, oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
the existential stuff.
Yeah, existential stuff, and you think your mind. Oh, I don't know. The mind can be quite a scary place to be in.
Yeah.
Sometimes, But yeah, I don't know how people do that. 16 hours.
Yeah.
Scared. Can you sleep? You can't sleep, right?
16 hours?
I mean,
Well, if you're doing
if
a
you're
raw
raw
dog,
dogging-
no, you cannot.
Damn,
Not
how do I
allowed.
stay awake, man?
Not allowed.
Shit. I mean, I must be. I mean, you must be quite bored, right? Looking at the plane, the screen of the
Yeah.
plane, like inching your way to the destination.
I don't know.
This
I
nuts.
definitely can't do it.
That's nuts.
Do you do neck pillows?
I find that useless.
Okay.
I don't know why. I like those seats with all the you can fold the thing.
Yeah.
You can,
But sometimes you get one where it's like the one side is like very loose.
but
It doesn't stay out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't have luck with neck pillows.
I recently spent like $70 on a neck pillow.
$70.
Like it's like, have you
Shit.
seen? I don't know. It looks like a neck brace, and you like wrap it around your neck,
Oh,
and then like it's like a brace on like your head, so you can sleep like this.
Is
It's
it-
supposed to be scientifically proven.
is it good?
I haven't tried it yet, but as you know, I'm going to Australia in March, so I'm planning to use it. I'm fine budget, so I'm planning to try it out then. Yeah,
Damn.
because I've tried other neck pillows and like I still have like a sore
Yeah,
afterwards.
I feel like it's not
Yeah.
exactly useful for me.
And I was once on a flight with like a friend of a friend,
Mm.
and she, I saw her using that neck pillow,
Mm.
and she's a doctor, so she must be very intelligent. So first of all, if she's an intelligent person using that, but then the second thing was I walked past her multiple times on the flight,
Yeah.
and she was like dead asleep. She
Oh,
looked like she
man.
was in a coma.
Shit.
So it kind of convinced me that thing would work. So
I thought
I'll keep you guys
I
updated.
heard you bought the same
after
brand
March.
and
I did.
The
Like
same
there was, I found like really cheap ones on like Shopee, but like I didn't want to take the risk.
yeah.
So I bought like the brand name. It's called a turtleneck pillow.
Turtleneck.
Yeah,
Right.
from some auntie on Carousel. I hope it's real. I mean, she seemed very nice. And she had very high ratings.
Yeah,
So,
using once to Japan only, so yeah.
no, it was new. It would be gross if it was. It would be gross if it was used. It was new.
Yeah.
I think she like bulk buyed and was selling them for slightly cheaper
Oh,
than
I see,
retail.
I see.
Yeah,
And
so I'll update you guys. I'll keep you guys updated.
very nice, very nice.
Okay, let's wrap up the discussion. There's something I wanted to try.
Yes.
What is one thing that you've seen over the last few days or the last week that hasn't made the news, but you want to talk about? Do you think it's not worth reporting on, but maybe worth like a soft mention?
Wow, that's a tough question, man. I've been. I mean, I listen to the radio.
Okay.
When I drive. Recently, I heard about how younger people are not drinking that much.
Yeah.
It got me thinking because I think it's not just maybe not just a Singapore thing,
Yeah.
but I think at countries like Japan, Korea, I think hard drinking is maybe the glory days are over or something. I don't
Okay.
know. I find that interesting
Yeah.
because I mean I definitely do enjoy my drinks.
Yeah.
Sometimes a bit too much.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I okay lah. I mean, at the safest, I think alcohol is dangerous.
I think there's a lot more research nowadays about how bad alcohol can be. For
Yeah, I think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Really quite dangerous, and I think it's how freely you can get it.
Yeah.
I do feel that. Oh, it's a positive sign, you know? If
Yeah.
if young people are drinking less,
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah, I think that is something that I thought maybe we should, I don't know, hit the streets to ask people
About
more
alcohol?
that. You know, like, oh, would you spend money at a club?
Yeah.
You know, they kind of drink. Do you drink that much, or do you even drink? You know, what kind of. Yeah, I don't know whether it's a Gen Z thing or something.
Yeah.
Or is it because alcohol is expensive here?
Ooh.
But then I look at Korea, I look at Japan. I mean, the alcohol is cheaper.
Yeah.
And
But people are not drinking that. Megan, how old are you again? Do you drink a lot?
She's counting. Hold on. Hold up.
I stayed in Japan for 6 months,
Oh.
and that was my drinking era.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Damn, I was wrong. Sorry.
You just disproved.
I must have quoted the wrong report,
Yeah.
read the wrong things.
I drank quite a lot.
There.
It was cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
But
cheap.
here? No, not as much. How often do you have a drink?
Very, like, once a month.
Okay. Oh, that's really little.
Back then, it would be like once or twice a week.
As a university student, once a month I think is like quite like very, very
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is it because of price or any other reason?
It's that plus work. So now I'm working, I can't really, like, drink.
Okay.
Although I did drink yesterday, but, like,
Yeah.
for a media event. But it's like, you have responsibility, so you can't really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. When I first joined Mothership,
Yeah.
Bell and I used to he used to like pour me drinks during office hours. Like we would like share a drink together during office hours.
Oh, wow.
And he was my supervisor, so I felt like.
What kind of drink were you?
Well, to be fair, it was like Tiger Radler. Do you remember back then we used to
Radler.
have so much Tiger Radler?
Right.
Like it felt like an unlimited amount of Radler, like
Yeah.
that would never run out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Tiger. You know, hit us up with some
so
Radler.
I would drink it again.
Yeah.
I love Tiger Radler,
Yeah.
so it feels like guilt free. Okay, I have one thing that I wanted to mention that isn't in the news.
Yes.
I don't know if it's appropriate. So if it isn't, the credits will roll right now.
Okay.
But if it is, then the next section will still be kept in.
Yeah.
I came across this post by opposition politician Lim Tian yesterday.
Yeah. What about?
It was a picture of a man sitting on the reserved seat on an MRT. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So the man was sat cross-legged on the seat, and he was kind of occupying
Cross-legged.
2 seats.
So
like he was kind of
His both his legs are up.
up.
Right.
You know, like the glass panel.
Yeah.
So his back was to the glass panel, and then
Oh.
like his legs kind of spread across 2 seats
Okay.
on the reserve thing.
Right.
Our opposition politician Lim Tian was obviously upset about this man's behavior.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring attention to one of the things he said that I thought was very interesting. He said,
Yeah.
"One look and I knew this man wasn't a Singaporean."
Oh wow.
And I think that if he has such talent, that he should work at he should work at ICA, especially now that they're doing like passportless clearance.
Yeah.
He would be perfect.
One look.
One look and he knows that you're not Singaporean.
Show me your passport. man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I want to. I don't know if we can keep that in, but if it's in, like
That's
you guys have-
interesting though. How
I think like if he really has that power, it's newsworthy, you know. If you can one look at someone and tell that they're not Singaporean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
can he? The other thing I'm interested about is with one look, can he tell if someone has served NS or not?
This
I think that would
podcast is powered by Audio Technica.